So welcome back to this channel once again, and in this video session I will discuss how to code for selective prompting in CL program. Okay, so here in the CL program we can code for the selective prompting where we can prompt for any CL command while running our CL program. So let's see how we can do that. So just what I would be doing is just take an example of any command, CL command, send message for example. So here if I took F4 on that send message, okay, I would be prompting with this message and to user. If I press F10, I would be seeing more parameters to it, so I'm not using that. I'm simply using send message command with an selective prompting. Okay, selective prompting means uh, including a prefix of question mark before that command, so that command would be selective prompted when I'm running this CL program. So for example, after selective prompting, this command would be visible to us with all those parameters specified in the for this command. And then after once we press enter on that, we will be seeing that after lines after execution of this line number 4 means selective prompting command, we the further commands will get executed. For example, send pgm message, and I'm giving the message executed. Okay, so let's see, just compile this program, now call this program. So I can see now that selective prompting is active at this time, and now it asks me to input the message and the user, that is two users. So I will be providing the message, for example, hello, to user is easy class, and pressing enter. So it simply send the message from easy class hello. Okay, and then after pressing enter to that, the further code of lines would get executed. As I can see, the message executed, which is uh, the result of this command. So after this was the selective prompting, and this was the command which gets executed after that. So just take another scenario. So for example, I'm not providing any value to these parameters, and even I can take F4 here, F5 here, F10 here, okay, for addition parameters, and I can also take F3 or F12. So now here is the case. So here is a common mistake which maybe might some people do, but we can ignore these things. So if we take F3 or F12, means the F3, F4, or these are the commands or function keys which are active at this time. And if I take F3, what happens? Let's see. So CPF6801 received by procedure this. Let's take F1. So I can see that if we took F3 or F12, we will be receiving this message ID that command prompting ended when user presses F3 or F12. So we need to handle this thing. So if I call this again and take F12 here, so I can see the same message, the same error. Now command prompting ended when user pressed F12. So we need to handle these things. So how we can handle this? So message, this is basically coming or received by this procedure. Okay, so just take 2, and just after this command, selective prompting command, we need to handle the message ID with mon message. Okay, and we will be executing return. Okay, fine. Let's compile this again. So now if I took F3, I would see nothing happens. So after so this line, this line won't get executed. We won't be seeing any messages executed message for that F12. So but now just suppose in both the cases when I took F3 or F12, it returns from the program. Now I want to handle those two, F3 or F12, separately. How I can do that? So no worry for that. Also we have one parameter in mon message. What I can do is I can compare that with F3. So if F3 is pressed, I would be return, means I'm exiting from this program. Or what I could do is, so in case of F3 I would be returning from this program. In case of F12 I would be skipping this command, send message command, and I would be executing something else. Okay, so let's say for that case I don't need to check for any data. It is as understood here, since we have already checked for F3. So the next one would be the F12. So either F3 or F12 would be the cause or issue, would cause the issue. So let's do something here. So what I am doing is send pgm message. Okay, and the message would be F12 pressed. Okay, and then after that this message would be coming executed. Okay, so just call this. So if I took F3, so it returns from the program. Okay, if I took F12, I can see F12 is pressed, assured, and executed. Okay, so now we can see the difference here, that in both the cases if I press F3 the program returns. In case if we press F12, this command get executed. F12 pressed message would be appearing to us, and the executed message would be appearing to us, because after this line of code gets executed. So this is how we will be basically handling the selective prompting in CL program. And the common mistake is what I'm talking about, that is pressing F3 or F12. So for that purpose we must ensure that we would handle CPF6801 message ID in our program, so that we want once if user took F3 or F12 on the selective prompt, that is prompted or the prompt command prompt that is prompted to the user in case while running the CL program. So in case if he or she presses the enter F3 or F12, sorry, so in that case it won't get into the error, or the procedure won't receive that procedure receive that message ID and went into the error. So we can handle that and we can ignore that using this way. Okay, so that's all in this case. Thank you and have a nice time.